everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David and this is a deck review. Today we're going to look at the Choice playing cards from Ben Kolozsi. Actually, this is a prototype deck. This is a prototype deck that is being sent out to some reviewers to promote Ben's Kickstarter. Ben's going to have a Kickstarter. It's going to be coming out really soon, if it's not already by the time you see this. His prototype is put out by MPC, MakePlayingCards.com. Ben has decided to call his deck of choice, Choice. For Ben, choice means quality, choice means freedom. He told me that he drew some inspiration from a book called Still Life with a Woodpecker. It's a book by a man named Tom Robbins. And there's a quote in that book that says, a person's looking for a simple truth to live by. There it is, choice. You know, to refuse to passively accept what we've been handed by nature or society, but to choose for ourselves. Choice. That's the difference between emptiness and substance, between life actually lived in a wimpy shadow cast on an office wall. That's beautiful, and I think that's just personified in this deck of cards that Ben has decided to release. The campaign, the Kickstarter campaign, it's going to be 2,000 decks. They're going to be printed by the expert playing card company, so you know they're going to be quality. They're going to have their best finish and their highest quality stock, and Ben's going to do all the package fulfillment through Dan and Dave's company, Art of Play. So you know it's going to be fast, you know it's going to be secure. The tuck case on the prototype deck says Choice and then Playing Cards. It's two different fonts. And then on the side, there's kind of like a brown four-leaf clover on both sides. The bottom of the prototype deck just says all cards designed and illustrated by Ben Kolozsi 2014, and my deck in particular is number 31 of 50. So there's 50 of these burgundy back prototypes. Now, the deck, when Ben puts it out on Kickstarter, is going to be a black back. So just to make that difference, this is the burgundy back. The burgundy back is going to be offered on the Kickstarter, but it's going to be a stretch goal. All right, so you won't be able to get the burgundy back deck unless Ben starts hitting more of his stretch goals. So initially, when the deck comes out on Kickstarter, it'll be a black backed deck. And the back design of this tuck is pretty much the back design of the deck. It's just a giant shape, very simple shape, but still pretty cool. And the tuck seal on this is original. It's black with the clover. And so that's pretty much it for the tuck case. Let's take a look at these cards. These cards that Ben has designed, they're a contemporary deck very much. And they're also married with this idea of history, which is pretty cool. So you have the back design, which is a very simple, very elegant, very contemporary look. You know, this is a very modern feel to the deck. However, the faces of the cards are kind of a throwback to how cards were originally done, and that is that they were actually hand-drawn. And so Ben has hand-drawn these cards, especially the court cards. At the beginning, playing cards, like I said, were made by hand, and what that meant was that only the rich could actually afford cards because, you know, each deck was done by hand. So what Ben wants to do is he wants to give you a deck of cards that has that same kind of feel. You know, he wants to give you that kind of missing link between modern cards and historical cards. The back design of the card is just like the tuck. It's just this huge kind of square shape that has a really interesting nicks and corners in it, which will make for really pretty flourishes. Again, touching on that modern element of card design. The faces of the cards, like I said, these are hand-drawn cards, and one of the cool things about some of the extra features is that Ben has designed trump cards, not joker cards. So instead of a J in the corner of his jokers, there's a T for trump, and again you have the four-leaf clover pattern as his symbol. There are a couple of stretch goals with the campaign, so these are cards that are the extra cards that you won't necessarily get with the campaign initially, but if the stretch goals are reached, Ben is offering these extra cards as possibilities. One of them is a double facer, so it's a Jack of Diamonds, Jack of Hearts double facer, and one of them is a double backer. It would be, you know, two colors of the same deck, and then there's a double backer that's two colors of both. So you could have black and you could have burgundy, and I guess that could be up to the backers what they would like. Hey guys, just wanted to steal the camera real quick and just go over some of the extra cards that come with the Choice Playing Cards deck and a couple of the Stretch Goals cards. This, of course, is your box, and your back design. These are your two trump cards. They're not jokers, they're called trumps. Okay, and these are two of your double backers. So you have the double red, and then you have the red double black, and then the double court card. Again, the faces of these cards are hand-drawn, so the pips and the pip layouts are going to be unique and individual for Ben's design. You'll notice that each one of these spades is unique to Ben's deck, and then his court cards are also unique. They do pay tribute, and they do have a nod to the contemporary court cards, but they just have Ben's own flair and style to them. Again, with the diamonds, the shapes are not quite clear-cut, straight-edged. They do have a little bit of waviness to them, and it only models and shows you just the originality behind the deck, that Ben is trying to capture this kind of hand-drawn, very simple, early, historic look. Again, court cards, hand-drawn, each one original, each one unique. Here's a small sample of some of the hand-drawn court cards from Ben Kolozsi's new Choice playing card deck. And of course, at any time, if you'd like a closer or longer look, you can use your own computer controls to do that. And this is your 4 aces from the Choice playing card prototype deck. The Ace of Spades is pretty typical of a Ace of Spades, but then the Ace of Diamonds and Ace of Clubs and Ace of Hearts are all surrounded by tiny clovers. So that's pretty much it for this deck review. As always, we recommend that you like this video just so other people can find it faster. I also recommend that you subscribe to this channel just to stay up to date on the latest in cards and card magic. I'm going to personally recommend that you go and back Ben's Kickstarter. Go to Kickstarter and look up Choice playing cards and make sure you back the current project being released by Ben Kolozsi. I think this is a really great deck. A lot of people are talking about it. It's receiving a lot of positive buzz, and I think it'd be very easy to kind of knock his first goal out in a day. So let's try to do that, okay? All right, bye.